All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are going to be unlocking the language of sports betting. If you've ever landed on a betting website and felt like you needed a secret decoder ring, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break it all down one piece at a time.
You've been there, right? You're all fired up, you're ready to put a little money on your favorite team, and then, bam, you're hit with a wall of words like money line, point spread, and figure-ish. It's a lot, and honestly, it can feel totally overwhelming.
You know, that's the perfect way to put it. It really is its own unique language. But that's what we're here for. Consider us your personal phrase book, your translator. We're going to make sure you get every single word. So, here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the key players and concepts. Then, we'll get into the really important stuff, how to actually read the odds. After that, we'll cover a few simple bets to get you started, walk you through the whole process from bet slip to payout, and finally, get you ready to play a whole lot smarter. Okay, first things first. Let's start with the absolute fundamentals, the key players and the main concepts. I mean, you can't really build a house without a foundation, right? So let's get into it. First up is the bookmaker, or as you'll often hear, the bookie. Just think of them as the house. They're the licensed company that does all the work on the other side. They set the odds, they take your bet, and hopefully they pay you out when you win. And of course, picking the right bookmaker, that's your first big move. If you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser. So, on one side you have the bookmaker, and on the other side, you have the punter. You'll hear bettor or player all the time, but punter is the classic term. Bottom line, if you're the one placing the bet, hey, that's you. Now listen up, because this one is super important. Your bankroll. This is the total pot of money you have set aside only for betting. This is not your rent money, it's not for bills, it's your dedicated fund. Managing this thing wisely is absolutely crucial. And your stake? That's just the slice of your bankroll that you decide to risk on one single bet. So let's say you have a $100 bankroll and you decide to bet $10 on a game. That $10, that's your stake. Simple as that. Okay, so we know who's who. Now let's get to the real heart and soul of sports betting, the odds. These numbers are way more than just about payouts. They're telling you a story about risk, about probability. And trust me, understanding them is not optional. So pretty much every single game has a favorite and an underdog. The favorite is the team everyone expects to win. Because of that, they have lower odds, which means a smaller payout. Then you've got the underdog, the long shot. They're not supposed to win, so the odds are higher, and that means a much, much bigger payday if they pull off the upset. Now, here's the real secret sauce behind the odds. It's that second part, reflecting its implied probability. See, odds aren't just telling you how much you can win. They are the bookie's way of telling you how likely they think something is to happen. Low odds, high chance. High odds, well, that's a long shot. And this little table here just nails the point home. Look at this. A $10 stake on the favorite at 1.50 odds nets you a total payout of $15. But that same $10 on the underdog at 3.00 odds, boom, $30 payout. You're risking the exact same amount, but the reward is totally different because the risk is totally different. Okay, so you know the players, you can read the odds. Now, what can you actually bet on? Let's talk about the bets themselves. We're going to start with 3 of the most common and frankly easiest ones to understand. First up, the money line. This is as simple as it gets. Who's going to win the game? That's it. Pick the winner, you win the bet. Next is the point spread, which is all about the margin of victory. The favorite has to win by a certain amount for your bet to cash. And finally, the over-under. Here, you don't even care who wins. You're just betting on whether the total combined score will be higher or lower than the number the bookie set. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. Let's talk about what actually happens when you click that button, place your bet, and what kind of tools you have to manage it. The bet slip is basically your digital shopping cart. When you see a bet you like and you click on it, it pops right into your bet slip. This is where you punch in your stake, and the best part is, it does the math for you. It shows you exactly what you stand to win before you even confirm the bet. Ah, the free bet. You are going to love seeing these pop up. It is exactly what it sounds like. The bookmaker gives you a little token that lets you place a real bet without dipping into your own bankroll. It's a fantastic way to make a wager with zero personal risk. And, these kinds of bonuses are one of the main ways that betting sites compete to get you to sign up. In fact, if you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser. Oh man, the cash out feature is a genuine game changer. Seriously. Let's say your team is winning, but the other team is starting to come back and you're getting nervous. Cash out lets you end the bet right then and there for guaranteed partial profit. Or if your bet's looking like a loser, you can cash out to get a bit of your stake back. It's an amazing tool.
So let's bring it all home. We've covered the players, the odds, the basic bets. Now it's all about putting that knowledge to work and starting to think a little more like a pro.
I mean, just think about it. A few minutes ago, words like punter, bankroll, moneyline, that stuff might have seemed like a foreign language. But now, it's not intimidating jargon anymore. It's your toolkit. You now have the fundamental language to understand exactly what you're looking at on any betting site.
But look, knowing the terms is one thing. Applying that knowledge is where the real learning starts. Your next step is to actually go out there and see this language in action. And, as you know, if you are looking for a list of the best betting sites in your country with a 300% bonus, just search for betplace.us in your browser.
And that really brings us to the final, most important idea. The real goal here isn't just about picking winners. It's about finding value. That's when you think the odds on offer are actually better than the real chance of something happening. So the big question is, now that you speak the language, are you ready to start looking for value?